Okay, 3 quick questions for Postmedia national sports columnists Cam Cole and Steve Simmons as the conference finals get set to begin. Gentlemen, my skin starts to itch when I think of Corey Perry and Ryan Kesler leading the Anaheim Ducks into the conference final against the Blackhawks. Is this the team that is the heel of the Final Four, the villain? Let's start with Cam Cole.
Well, I like your choice of Corey Perry. Ryan Kesler is just a big, tough player, I think. But Corey Perry is one of those guys that, as good as he is, and he is a terrific hockey player, he gets under everybody's skin. I don't even know if his own guys in the dressing room like him very much, but he's a terrific hockey player. And by the end of about the second game, everybody's going to hate him.
You can't hate the Anaheim Ducks when you see Bruce Boudreau standing there behind the bench with that round head of his and that smile and bright red face. It's like hating your favorite uncle. You look at the 4 teams left in the Stanley Cup playoffs, frankly, and it strikes me as good guy, good guy, good guy, and good guy. I like all of them.
All right, gentlemen, question number 2. It's been 22 years since a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. It'll be 23 years next spring. So let me ask you to gaze into your crystal ball and tell me, will a Canadian team get as far as the conference finals 12 months from now? Steve?
No. As far as I'm concerned, it won't be another 22 years before a Canadian team wins, because I think the Edmonton Oilers are, strangely enough, are the closest of teams in Canada. Connor McDavid's availability changes all that. And when you bring in Peter Chiarelli and all the other people that have come into the Oilers, they are going to have that base for the future. I don't think any other team in Canada has that kind of future of talent.
Well, I'm with you, Steve, on the Edmonton Oilers long term. They're going to be able to attract a high-profile coach here, probably Todd McClellan, and I just think things are going to go up and up and up for that team. I don't see that happening for any of the other Canadian teams, certainly not short-term. Calgary was great this year, but they might be like Colorado last year. They might fall off the table sharply, and Montreal just showed they weren't quite good enough, even with Carey Price playing great.
All right, gentlemen, here's the last question. The flip side to the Canadian team's lack of success is the Chicago Blackhawks. 5 conference finals in 7 years, including 2 Stanley Cup championships. Is this a dynasty, Cam Cole?
I don't think it's going to get any closer than the Chicago Blackhawks to a dynasty in the post-salary cap era. It's just too hard to keep a team together. I think what they've done with Taves and Kane as their core has been magnificent, as good as anybody could do under these circumstances, but I don't see anybody going on one of those 4 or 5 in a row tears like the Oilers or the Islanders or the old Canadians.
I look at the Chicago Blackhawks and I look at the Los Angeles Kings and I sort of put them on the same pedestal. You know, one wins, the other one wins, it's kind of gone back and forth. So I lump them together. Chicago wins this year. That'll give them 3 to Los Angeles' 2. I look at both of those teams as sort of small D dynasties under what Cam talks about, the new parameters of the NHL. That's what you're going to get now. You're not going to get teams winning year after year after year. The regular season, for one thing, is just too difficult.
All right, Cam, Steve, thanks for answering my questions. Looking forward to reading you during the conference finals.